What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? This, of course, here's Jamiroquai 2000 with another episode of the great moments in hashtag Jamir history. What is up, ladies and gentlemen of the online Jamily? Jamiroquai 2000 here with another episode of Great Moments in hashtag Jamir history. Now, what was so unique about Jamiroquai's seventh album, Rock the Sly Star, their first album effort through a new Universal music deal they signed back in 2010, was it did feature some pretty, at least to me, weird variations of its album cover in many regions of the world where it was released. There was at least, I want to say, four separate different album covers in all the different regions of the world for 2010's Rock the Sly Star that was released at least domestically, nationally. Just to use some example, in the UK there was an album cover of Rock the Sly Star, which was a picture that was done by JK and the band at a live gig during the prior album tour that was used in the album cover. But in the example of the United States, which, like I said, when I say Rock the Sly Star was a bit of a polarizing release, it was because this album did have very good promotions, at least for that first jaunt by the Universal record label department when it came to promoting that album. Here in the United States, we had two separate different album covers. We had a CD release of a golden buffalo man on a bit of a digital background with a big glaring sun on the left horn of the Buffalo Man logo. And then as for the album being released in the United States, it was ended up being released a year after its release domestically in Europe and in the rest of the world in 2011 with a record store day release of a vinyl and CD bundle with a spray painted purple to turquoise Buffalo Man on a white brick wall. So very probably the most generic album cover of that album era for Jamiroquai in 2010. So kind of a little bit unfavorable, but these pictures of these album covers is very interesting. So be sure to check them, and I'm going to have them here in this episode of Great Moments, so you can see them for yourself on the different variations of that album cover for 2010's A Rock the Sly Star upon its releases around the world. But as always, this is Jamiroquai 2000. I'll see you again really soon with another episode of Great Moments in hashtag Jamir history.